Hej, välkommen till Bulls, tisdag 18 juni. Idag ska vi prata lite grann med Tyler Eckenrode och även lite med coach Todd om matchen. So Tyler, 3 games, 3 losses. What's going on?
It's tough. We played against 3 good opponents, and we haven't put a full game together as a team. I think against Orbru, our offense showed some good signs of promise and everything, and then against Tyresö, our defense played lights out. So we have a good opportunity to keep getting better every week, and nobody's giving up, and that's the good thing.
Good. Having Jonathan back as a running back and doing a lot more running than last year, is that good or bad?
I think that's good. He carries a lot for us, so I think he's helped our offense out a lot. I think in our second game he had over 100 yards rushing, and that's huge for us. So it's kind of a new dynamic to our offense. I think it's going to make us better. It's going to give defenses one more thing to worry about.
Good. And also having a fullback in Val.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Bulls is not a team that anybody is guessing is going to run the ball. Now we have a running back and a fullback.
Yeah, and Valle is he's a very intense individual, and he gives a good leadership role for our team. So he's very energetic, and he's a good competitor. So he's been another good addition for us.
Good, and he can also be the dad for a couple of guys in the team. He's that old.
He's kind of the grandpa of the team, but that's good.
Good. Now facing Arlanda, a team that everybody thinks going to be last in the series, but still it's the midsummer and everybody could be there. What do you know about Arlanda?
They've been struggling so far this year, but at this point we can't take anybody lightly. So they're gonna come out and they're gonna be fighting, and we gotta put a good 4 quarters together and focus on what we control. And so hopefully we show up and play a good game
and have a W
and get our first win, which we're all planning on it.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Yep.
Då har vi pratat lite grann med Tyler om matcherna som varit och även matcherna som kommer. Nu tänkte vi vända och ta några ord med Todd. So, hello Todd.
Hi.
3 games, 3 losses. What's up?
Yeah. Well, it's. I wish there were 3 wins, and it's kind of. It gets old listening to the same speech about moral victories. We've been playing pretty well, and I think we've been playing with some pride and some passion and a lot of effort. And we've been playing some pretty good teams, and we've come up short, and we haven't played well enough to win 3 times. And so I think the message that is getting thrown out to the players is that eventually good things happen with hard work, and if we continue to give the effort that we're given, and the ball's going to bounce our way eventually, and we're going to start picking up some wins, and hopefully sooner than later. The guys have responded really well, and I've been really happy with the way practices have been, and our effort during games and practices, and the attitude has been great. I can't ask for anything more. So I think brighter days are ahead.
Good. The disappointing loss against Kristianstad. We were up for that to win, and then a loss that they didn't hurt that much against Tyresö. What do you think? What's your thoughts about that?
It's tough. There's a lot of speculation, and people think they know which teams are good and which teams are bad, and you don't know. I don't know, and the people that are talking about stuff don't know too much either. So I think by the time the season's over with and they play the final game and the championship game, you can look back and say this team was good. This team had a good season. But until then, things happen. So turnarounds happen fast, and a lot remains to be seen yet in this season. And I have some of my own opinions about which teams are really good and which teams have some talent. And I think that we'll be fine this season. So I'm not too worried about the games we win and the games we lose. We're worried about the effort that we're putting out and being competitive, and that's the big thing. And as long as we're able to do that, eventually we're going to play well and find a good day to pick up some wins, and hopefully a lot of them.
So now we're having Arlanda as opponent, and they're a big underdog in this game. So how did you prepare the players for that game?
Well, we can't take anybody lightly. We haven't won any games yet, and so we're a team that has tough games every weekend on our schedule. People come and play us and look at us as a team that they can beat. So I don't expect an easy victory. If we do have an easy victory, then that's fine. But I totally expect teams to come out and play and suit up everybody that they have and try to go out and beat us. But it'll be important for us to continue this thing that we're doing with our attitude and coming out focused and giving a good effort. And if we do that, we'll win. And it's not because we're playing Orlando, but because it's time.
Yeah. And We talked earlier to Tyler about the Bulls being a team with more dimensions, having a running back and like a running game. What's your thoughts about that?
It's nice. We're not the same team that we were last year. We've got a completely different roster, and I think 50% of our players are new players from last season. So we're still trying to figure out who we are and our strengths and our weaknesses, and we find out more and more each week. We've got a lot happening on defense. It's exciting, and our offense is able to do some things this year that we weren't able to do last year. So, which one of them is we're able to run the ball a little bit more. We've got Tyler that can move, and Jonathan's a good running back, and our offensive line is probably pretty underrated. So we're able to do a few more things than we were last year. We were just a pass-happy team, and now we can do a little bit more.
Good. So hopefully a W on Sunday.
Yeah, it's time for one.
Thanks. Have a nice midsummer, coach.
All right.
Bye. Så Leo och Billgren, nu är det dags att tuna in, titta på den här. Du får mer än 5 minuter den här gången. Ses söndag ute på Pinnbacken. Tack för mig. Hej.